In the previous episode, we saw that just as the scene unfolded, the commander arrived and reprimanded the knights, telling them to stop making silly comments because they were being embarrassing. The knights called out to the commander in surprise. The commander then knelt down before Baby and introduced himself as Amenberta, the one who manages the knights. Baby, observing him, thought to herself that he seemed like a good person. She smiled and hesitantly said his name, Aman. Aman responded to Baby, remarking that their saintess was unexpectedly a complete mess. Aman expresses disbelief upon hearing the news, noting that she is smaller than expected. Baby is shocked by this revelation and internally decides to retract the previous statement about Aman being a good guy. The bouquet given by Aman slips from Baby's hand as she, in frustration, yells that she is not small and is not much smaller than her friends of the same age. Aman then removes his gloves and extends his hand towards Baby. Baby, upon seeing Aman's large hands, realizes the size difference and looks at her own cute little hand. She takes Aman's hand and closes her eyes. Aman lifts Baby, commenting on how light she is and asking Ward if she is okay. Baby is surprised. Aman questions if Baby is eating properly, noting the difference from when he picked up a nook. Ward reassures that Baby will grow quickly as they measure her height every day. Baby shoves Aman's face with both hands, and Aman reflects on how soft her hands are. Aman then remarks that he thought she was 5 years old this year, to which Baby confirms and asks to be put down. Aman, surprised, comments that she is only 1 year older than Anouk. Baby inquires about Anouk, and Aman explains that he has a nephew around her age, who is a little less cute than Baby, but still endearing. Aman sets Baby down and expresses that he thinks they will become good friends, and that he will introduce her to his nephew later. Feeling shy, Baby quickly moves behind Roy and peeks at Aman from there. Aman chuckles and asks Baby to listen for a bit. He bows and declares that they will risk their lives to protect the saintess, assuring her that even if their team members are less talented, they are the best and she doesn't have to worry. He then tells Roy that they need to resume training. Meanwhile, Baby starts to feel sleepy and reflects that it might be because she always takes a nap around this time. Roy offers to hug Baby, who internally acknowledges her sleepiness. Roy then hugs and lifts Baby. Baby, feeling drowsy, mentions that Aman seems a bit strange. Ward explains that Aman loves children so much that he claims he'll have 10 kids even if he doesn't get married, which surprises Baby. Ward reassures her that although Aman might be unusual, he's not a bad person, and that he had warned Aman to be more careful. He assures Baby that they are dedicated to her well-being. Baby then falls asleep. Baby's hair looks messy as she tries to fix it, feeling embarrassed. She reflects on the importance of doing her hair carefully and wonders what the point of combing it is if it ends up messy. She imagines Aman ridiculing her, saying the saintess's hair is like dandelion seeds. Frustrated, she thinks about how Aman stroked her hair and made it all tangled. Baby laments that she has something important to do today and vows not to visit Aman, even if he asks. Baby hears a voice and turns to see who it is. She realizes it is Kuva, who recently expressed disdain for her. Hiding, she watches Kuva and thinks to herself that she thought he had disappeared completely, like he was still there. After Kuva leaves the scene, Baby feels anxious and internally reassures herself, thinking that she is not scared and will ignore him if he says bad things again. Reminding herself of the task at hand, she resolves to check on things before the end of Royd's prayer time, noting that there are a few people today and that she needs to keep an eye on them. She also observes that, as usual, there isn't a single person with black hair. Baby sits sadly by a pillar, waiting for Royd. She hears something from the bushes but can't see anything. Feeling a little nervous, she thinks that it was strange and felt like someone was there, but wonders if she heard wrong. She quickly checks the bushes and yells, asking who is there. She notices flowers and wonders why they are there, considering there is no one around. As she smells the flowers and becomes happy, she lifts them and marvels at their beauty, comparing them to a rainbow. Suddenly, she realizes she shouldn't pick them up carelessly and drops the flowers, running away. But then she stops as if lost in thought. Baby can't resist picking up the flowers again. Ward approaches and asks if she brought the bouquet because she was afraid someone might step on it. Nervously, Baby replies that someone left it there, so she picked it up. Ward skeptically questions her, and Baby yells that she didn't steal it. Smiling, Ward agrees and suggests that it would look pretty in a vase, asking if Baby would like to decorate her room. Baby excitedly responds with a yeah. Roy and Baby walk to her room with the flowers. Baby asks Roy if he has finished praying and what he prayed for. Roy replies that he prayed for more people to visit the temple and also hoped that the saintess would grow up healthy and well. He then asks Baby if she has any wishes. Baby's face becomes sad as she remembers Violet and her friend, and she internally questions what she truly wishes for. She is unable to reply to Roy. Baby asks Roy about when she will become a Vespasian. Ward explains that the matter is on hold until her heart is settled and advises her not to rush into thinking about it. Baby expresses her urgency, mentioning that becoming a Vasherian would allow her to see Violet again. Royd apologizes if his words have burdened her, realizing he hadn't considered such matters before. He reassures her and holds her hand, promising to see if he can arrange a meeting before she becomes a Vasherian and asks her to remind him in the future. Upon hearing this, Baby hugs Royd, feeling happy and grateful. She reflects that she doesn't fully understand his words but feels immensely happy because of them. She also senses that the place doesn't feel as cold to her anymore. Baby complains sarcastically that she was kicked out of her room because all the priests were cleaning the temple together. Now she's spending boring time with Royd, but she acknowledges it's okay because he is with her. She finds it dull and boring since she can't go to the main gate. Royd suggests to Baby that they should meet after the cleaning time ends. Baby responds with an expression of understanding or acknowledgement. Royd reflects that she seems very bored. He then proposes to carry her on his back. Baby hesitates and asks if he has ever tried carrying someone on his back before. Royd explains that he has seen village children having a lot of fun riding pretend horses on people's backs and suggests that both of them could enjoy it too. He mentions that cleaning time is boring and dull for him and asks Baby how she feels about it. Excitedly, Baby agrees, saying that if Royd is so bored, there's nothing else to be done. Royd lifts her up and puts her on his neck. He advises her to close her eyes momentarily since being up high might be scary. Baby agrees enthusiastically and feels good being up there. Royd tells her she can open her eyes now. When she does, Baby realizes how high up she is and exclaims that it's really high, feeling like she could touch the clouds with her hands. She marvels at the height, feeling as if she has become a giant. She jokes with Royd about going to a man like this, suggesting that being so tall makes her wonder when she'll grow up. Royd asks if they should go to a man, and Baby, with a mischievous smile, agrees, saying that since he always makes fun of her for being small, they should go and boast. She sees it as a chance for revenge. A man is instructing his guards in practice when Baby and Royd arrive. Baby, with confidence, teases a man by saying they've come to play. A man, noticing her on Royd's neck, sarcastically remarks on how big she has become. Baby playfully responds, pretending others say she's bigger than a man now. Aman continues teasing, asking if she grew up too fast. Royd intervenes, telling Aman to stop as Baby is feeling hurt. Aman comments that it's becoming more and more interesting. Royd asks what he means. Aman explains that in the past, Royd never showed any expression, referring to him as an ice-like chief priest. Baby is confused by Aman's remark. Aman thinks about Royd, reflecting on how much he has changed since meeting Baby. Aman then comments aloud, somewhat sarcastically, that he had thought Royd was also a person, implying surprise at his recent actions or behavior. Royd appears puzzled by Aman's comment, prompting Aman to wink knowingly. Royd then brings up the topic of a new nanny coming from the royal palace, which catches Aman's attention. Aman speculates on the reasons behind the palace directly taking action, sensing there must be a motive. As Aman hears a guard calling for him, he is interrupted. Royd starts to lower Baby down, remarking that it seems a man was in the middle of training. He assures Baby not to worry, mentioning that the matter of the nanny is still awaiting approval. Aman agrees reluctantly, saying that if Royd says it's okay, then he'll proceed without worry. He then leaves, casually mentioning to Baby that next time she can ride on his shoulders too. Baby bids him goodbye. Royd then asks Baby if they should head out, mentioning they have somewhere to go that day. They arrive at the entrance to the Chamber of Wisdom, and Baby is shocked by the size of the gate, exclaiming how huge it is. Royd reassures her, saying he will teach her how to bestow blessings in that place. Confused and nervous, Baby admits she doesn't know anything about it yet and asks how she should go about doing it. Royd reassures Baby, reminding her of the moment in the garden when she felt a warm energy while holding hands and reviving the flower. Baby confirms this memory, recalling the sensation of being enveloped by that energy. Royd encourages her, explaining that she will be able to emit even stronger energy when bestowing blessings. He instructs her to focus on her hands and silently offer blessings from her heart, assuring her that he will handle the energy restriction aspect. Baby tries earnestly but struggles to achieve the desired result. Frustrated, she informs Royd that it's not working for her. Royd chuckles in response to the situation. Baby, while tending to wilted flowers, manages to make them blossom again. She expresses excitement and a sense of achievement, noting that she successfully used her blessing, although she feels somewhat drained. She anticipates learning something new during her next attempt and looks forward to it eagerly. Suddenly, she hears a sound and turns to see a cat appearing weak and sick. Surprised, Baby wonders why there is a kitty here. The cat is unable to stand and lies down on the ground, trembling. Baby calls out to the kitty, concerned about its condition. As rain starts to pour, Baby becomes flustered and exclaims in surprise. She considers taking the kitty to her room, feeling a strong desire to help it if possible. Baby recalls Violet's words about the responsibility of bringing a life into her care, feeling scared as if others scolding her loudly. She worries about the possibility of Royd getting angry as well. Despite her concerns, Baby gently places the cat in her lap and pets it. She continues to think deeply about the situation. Eventually, summoning her courage, she wonders aloud if it would be all right as long as they aren't caught. Royd addresses Baby, noticing that she has brought the cat. Baby realizes that she was caught in just 5 minutes and feels anxious, reflecting that she didn't expect to get caught so quickly. Royd asks if she hid the cat because she was afraid he would scold her. Embarrassed, Baby explains that the cat appears to have hurt its leg, so she intends to care for it until it gets better, feeling shy about it. Royd doesn't immediately respond and moves his hand forward. He ponders aloud that he will probably scold her a little bit. To Baby's surprise, Royd gently pets the cat on its head. Royd suggests to Baby that since the cat is still a baby, it seems to need human touch and asks if she would like to take care of it. Baby responds with surprise, questioning why she would raise it. Royd acknowledges her response but advises her not to hide anything from herself and to honestly express what she truly wants to do. He extends his little finger forward, asking Baby to promise him. Happy and smiling, Baby extends her little finger as well and interlocks it with Royd's finger, enthusiastically agreeing yes. Baby carefully places the cat down on the ground. She praises the cat, commenting on its behavior as it stretches its body. Baby notices the cat curiously as it licks its leg, perhaps wondering if it feels restless now that she's no longer holding it. She glances at her hands thoughtfully. At that moment, Royd informs Baby that bath preparations are finished. Baby acknowledges his words and expresses her intention to return soon, urging the cat to wait patiently. After placing the cat on the bed, Baby and the cat sit together. Royd gently soothes Baby, apologizing for the rush but reminding her it's time to sleep. He asks if she's ready for bed.